Hello, I'm Christabel. I'm living in Philadelphia, a queer Latina from New Jersey. I moved here to study entrepreneurship at Wharton, the best business school in the country. Then I joined the Peace Corps in rural Morocco for 2 years. Unplanned and unbelievable. Upon my return, there was an unexpected pandemic, but I eventually moved back to Philadelphia when I needed to restart my life. I just graduated from Penn again with my master in applied positive psychology. It's the study of well-being, and I met all my new nerdy best friends there. I'm obsessed. And this is me working on my capstone, 70 pages on my first ever theory about how your situation impacts your agency. And your agency is basically the feeling that you can influence yourself and influence your life. The feeling that life is yours, that you are the author. It's basically a remedy to learned helplessness, which is why I'm obsessed with it. I'm also a domestic violence advocate and survivor. I feel honored and privileged to be a prevention educator in Philadelphia. This is our annual Dish It Up event. I was having the time of my life. So blessed to have my dream job. I'm also starting my second master's program, Interdisciplinary Studies in Human Development at Penn Graduate School of Education, so I can continue my research and maybe even get a PhD. You never know with me. My life is not perfect by any means, but I feel present because it's one worth living. But it wasn't always this way.
Like this for a little bit. I can't go to work. Can't be in a relationship. I can't take care of myself. I can help take care of other people. I'm very good at that. But I have to take care of myself.
Hi. Oh, kisses?
I'm feeling alright. I think the only thing that's just like keeping me going right now is that I have like a place that I need to be and I'm going and I have something to do. And I have moments where I'm doubting like if I'm doing the right thing. But I know that I can't like be by myself right now and like not get help. That's like all I know. And so that's what I have to do. If I want to have a happy life, like none of this other stuff matters. That's like we're talking about is actually affected, like my job or like money or any of these things that are like obviously a part of everyday life. But like if I'm not well, if I don't even want to be here, like it doesn't matter, you know. So I'm grateful that I still have some faith inside me. Obviously, some hope that I can get better, and I'm grateful for all the people who love me. And for like that love that I have for myself, obviously on some level, and that I'm able to ask for help. So P's enjoying her hamper situation over there. She's trying to deflect from her feeling about me leaving. I'm really gonna miss her. It's gonna be probably the hardest part. I want to be free from this old identity that I was taught to be, and I'm not. It's not who I am, and I'm living as someone that I'm not. And it's just like, it sucks the life out of you when you don't when you can't be yourself and you don't even know who you are because there's so much fucked up stuff going on around you. It's like so many people are in pain, are traumatized, are having a different perspective, and it's like learning how to be grounded enough in who you are that you can know your own perspective. And that's what I'm working on, and that's what I believe in. Like, I believe the only way to be happy and really fulfilled is what I mean. The only way to be fulfilled is to be all of you and to be fully alive as who you are. And I have to prioritize that, and I want to, because this life, I know it's a miracle. It's like the one thing about life that I know. It's like this is some crazy magic shit. And so must I be, you know? I must be magic. And I've clearly just forgotten my magician skills, and I just need to get back into being myself and creating my life again. Thank you so much. I gotta go, okay? I'm gonna go get healthy, and I'm gonna miss you. And I'm gonna come back, and we're gonna be so happy, okay? I love you. I love you so much. We're gonna be taken care of, okay? I'll see you soon. I'm gonna be okay, right? Let's get some treats. Paradox episode, and then I'm gonna probably watch Friends and go to bed. Had such a beautiful day, and I just feel so present. My life feels so like here right now. I can't believe I'm doing agency restoration work, like in the domestic violence prevention space. I'm just in awe of the privilege and honor it is to support people in like reclaiming their agency. Is just, it's like reclaiming life itself, you know, like without agency life isn't yours, you know. So it's just feels miraculous, and it's not even because like I think I'm so special. It's just like it feels miraculous to watch people recover and regenerate. So just some late night thoughts after a long day of work, and just reviewing my schedule of more work and more capstone and more content. But this is all just, it's just what I would be doing if I could choose anything. Not exactly how it is. We never get exactly what we want, how we want it. But I feel really full right now, in the best way. Not too full. There's always too much of a good thing. That's why the golden mean is so important. The
equilibrium. All right, good night. I could talk forever, you guys. Mommy's back home. She just wants to love on me. She's so happy I'm home. I'm so happy I'm home. And I'm grateful to be alive. And that just means a lot to me right now. Night. I'm back with my gorgy girl. We're about to go to bed.
And we're like, what did you get home call? Were the kids okay? Yeah, it was bedtime. Emotion was fouled by Lenny. He's trying to take the kids 100%. I feel like I'm living it. Oh, they can't get out.
Cat hair everywhere though, so the realities of life, right? Okay, so for my intro vid, I need to film what my intentions are. Yes. What my ideas are. Yes. And about improvement over perfection, right? Oh. You wanna play? Hey! Ow! 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 If you whine, she stops. I ate ravioli yesterday with scallops and red sauce. Vodka sauce, spicy vodka from Carbon is the best. Today I'm gonna do the ravioli with mushrooms. I like to eat a lot of similar things every day. So. It's really not about like making it complicated and coming up with a new idea all the time. Sometimes it's just so beneficial to do what you already know how to do and something that you already know works for you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Okay. This is what I'm up to. I call it scalloping my mushrooms. So I just put them into little like cylinder scallop pieces and so I'm gonna eat it with my ravioli. There's my mushrooms, boiling water, and I'm about to put the rabs in. Okay, they got some seasoning on them, but see how they look like little scallops? So cute. And then when they're done, I'll eat them with the rub.
He's really turned a corner.
The first snow of 2024. There's my car over there.
So I'm happy. Rob's moving into his new house tomorrow, and there's a ton of stuff to get done.
But anyway, I'm wearing my new shorts as well. And guess what? They're so cute, obviously. We all know my cloth is a mess, by the way, so just wait till after capstone to comment. Okay, this is the surprise, though. Are you guys freaking kidding me? It's called the agency short. I'm dead. It's actually crazy because this morning I've just been thinking about how I just am about teaching agency. Like, all I keep hearing is, no one knows what agency is, like, how are you gonna make it make sense, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, noted. And like, is that not the role of an educator? Is that not the role of an advocate, is to teach and to activate, something new, growth, progress. And I'm not gonna stop teaching about agency just because people don't know what it is. I think that's even more reason to teach about it. The fact that people know that a real estate agent can essentially take power on your behalf and use it, right? That's proxy agency. That's when someone uses agency on your behalf. But personal agency is when you do it for yourself, and that part of it is so important. Also, real estate agents and all other types of agencies and agents are relevant and important in their own regard. And personal agency is arguably like the most important type of agency. It's why the other types of agency even exist. They're just an extrapolation of the influence and control you have in your own life. So I want people to understand that agency is both the belief and the felt sense that you can influence yourself and your life. Do you believe that you have the power, control, and choices that will actually make a difference, make an impact? A lot of people feel like they make choices and they don't do anything. Those choices have no actual impact, which makes people feel helpless. And that's what I'm combating, helplessness. I don't want people to walk around the world thinking life is happening to them, that they have no sovereignty, no volition, no agency. And so the agency short is just like, see, I told you agency's normal. Aritzia is selling an agency short. Like, agency, I've mentioned this, I want it to be the next authenticity. Like, I want it to be so overplayed because I want it to be an obvious concept. I want it to be obvious that every person in the world wants to have agency. Regardless of who we are, we all need some sense of agency. We want to feel like life is ours and like what we do matters and means something and makes a difference. You know, if I get up and I think nothing I do today is going to impact my life, why would I do anything that matters to me? So yeah, I love my agency shorts, and that's about it, baby. Gonna work from home today. We're going to Safe Haven to pick up some donations, bring them to another Safe Haven for a karaoke event tonight. You already know all about that, so can't wait. And that's about it. Yesterday, Leon Thomas was sick, so beautiful and amazing. He's so talented, and I just like needed live music in my life. It's been so long. Those drums were everything. I could just feel them in every part of my body vibrating, and I'm a bigger fan now, and I'm excited to listen to more of his music and definitely to get some more concerts. But a free concert in Philly, I was like, let me be spontaneous, because even though all these thoughts come up, right? Like, should I go? Shouldn't I go? Is it going to be crowded? Is it going to be this? Are they going to let my camera in? The security line going to be long? How long is the concert going to be? What if it doesn't start on time? What if I get tired? What if I don't find parking? Where are we going to park actually? And how long is it going to take to walk? Because there's a bunch of permit parking for FIFA. Blah, 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 blah. Of course, natural thoughts. You need to think about these things when you're going to go do something, right? Like, some of those questions need to be answered, arguably, and some probably don't. But regardless, I responded with thinking. Of course, that's what our minds do. And even though I was having all those thoughts, even to the point where we were leaving, and even when I was driving there, I was like, okay, like, I have those thoughts, and I've already still made the decision to go because I feel like it's gonna be good for me. Like, it's out of my comfort zone. It's a free Leon Thomas concert. Like, if I need to leave, then I'll just leave. You know, like, just, that's cognitive agency for me, is like engaging with my thoughts as the thinker and being like, well, this is the thought that I actually believe. This thought I actually don't really believe. This one's a little bit true, but it probably won't happen, etc. And just practicing agency about how I think, influencing how I think. My mind does not control me. My mind is mine. And so that is just one form of agency that I wanted to reflect, because the experience was amazing and I knew it was going to be amazing, but I want to acknowledge that there were still thoughts of like other possibilities, because I'm smart and my brain works. And so when you're thinking about things that are limiting you, limiting thoughts, you're not wrong for thinking them, you know, and just like give yourself grace and be like, okay, that makes sense that I'm thinking that. Why am I thinking that? What does it mean? And how is it going to inform my decision, not choose for me, right? Because it's your thinking and it's your decision. So I just wanted to share that little tidbit of cognitive agency. That's the first agency that I always establish with anyone I'm working with, because your inner dialogue in your brain really be determining a lot of other things, like your emotions and your physical somatic experience and your motivations and your relationships and so many other things. So quick little tidbit, we'll definitely be getting more into that, as you know, because agency is the theme. And I'm doing an agency restoration series at the Safe Havens for the clients as well. So that's starting in August. I'm so excited. And we're starting with cognitive agency. So if you're into that, let me know, because I have a lot of cool practices to build cognitive agency. And I'm excited to share them and hear how they're working and what reframing and resetting you're able to do with your thinking. Reclamation. All right, I'm gonna go. Look, it's pee-pee girl. Bye. Hello. I feel like I haven't spoken too much since I got back from treatment to the camera, and I've been avoiding it a little bit, just avoiding, like really being honest with myself sometimes. Or, I don't know, how I feel in certain ways, Anyway. Oh my god. I can't wait to see my face. And that P just tried to snatch the little string on this. Oh my god. She's trying it. Okay, so anyway, I went to the Inpatient Behavioral Hospital program and stayed there for a week. And that was a whole thing. And then I left at 10 p.m. Came home and then started outpatient, intensive outpatient treatment. So I do that every weekday for most of the day. I'm getting treatment for trauma. I rewatched that video, part of it, that I took right before I left, and started crying because I don't feel like that anymore, which is like such a relief. But I only feel a little bit better. So I want to document more of what I'm going through, because it's normal to be depressed. It's normal to struggle with your mental health. And I'm sick of hiding it. I'm sick of the masking. I'm sick of just, I don't even know, just the lack of fulfillment because of living a life that is, what's the word I'm looking for, hidden. Yeah, I want to witness this. I don't want to forget again what it's like to be in this point in my life, because it's not the first time and it's the last. So I want to remember this, because I want to also I want to appreciate my story and my process, and basically I want to remember that I never gave up. I never gave up on me. I want to represent that little bit of faith that I've never lost, the faith, the seed of a mustard seed. That's saved me so many times. It's not religious, it's just that hope. I want to witness it. I want to witness
my story unfolds, and I want to connect with other people through it, and I want to use my voice because I don't take it for granted right now. It's like the thing I can't stop thinking about is just I'm just grateful to be alive. Just my life has been put in perspective, and I'm tired of not portraying like who I really am all the time. Like, what I share is real, and there's so much more, and I just want to be myself, and I want you to be yourself, and that's what this is about. And so thanks for being here. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. That's like happy tears, because I'm so grateful to feel that right now. You're not alone. I'm not alone. And you got this. Miss P's distracting me because she's making noise. That's usually means something's going on. Oh my God, Pete just knocked over her fucking fountain. She brings me life. She makes me care about things. She's doing it. Yeah, you're Yeah, you're just being cutie. Yeah, whatever. You better stop. They're trying to be cute. What? What do you want to say? Yeah, you're sorry? You're sorry? Hi. Oh my God, who's that gorgeous girl? Oh my goodness, wow. Hi, pretty. Hi. Okay, say bye. You wanna give me kisses too? What am I trying to say? Like, bye. Hope you feel at home here and know that your presence is enough. Hey girl. Hello. P girl. I know you hear me. I suggested my agency presentations at work to the Safe Haven manager, and she is so excited about cognitive agency, and she's like, I love the new words, the new generation, like the new work that we're doing, and I'm just really hyped about it because everyone's bought in, and I feel like that's what we want for it to be successful. So everyone's really into like the agency restoration and how it's combating helplessness that occurs when someone goes through abuse and domestic violence, because the coercive control takes their agency. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
It's very exciting. I'm doing my first one in August, but we're going to be helping survivors restore their agency. And it's just incredible. It's going to be trauma-informed, survivor-led magic. And then hopefully we can teach like a student version that is preventative and supports kids in building healthy agentic relationships. So start early with that too eventually. Had a super long day. Let me turn off this. It's 1:24 in the morning. Went to FIFA Fan Festival. Enjoyed myself.
I was just sweating it out. I was telling my friend Katerina, it felt like a spiritual experience. It was just existential and so uncomfortable, but also just a reminder that discomfort doesn't necessarily have real consequences. I don't know. It's really early in the morning, late at night, and I'm just contemplating the heat that I experienced today. I was like, when people take ayahuasca, they're like shitting their pants and throwing up, but they also are like enlightened, so kind of felt like that, a natural high. I was getting into delirium, but it was great. Regardless, we're getting ready for bed now, about to clean up my stuff. Me and Demi set up everything for me to make my first portrait paradox, and I'm so excited. I'm about to grab some seltzer and go to bed. I gotta work from home tomorrow, send my capstone draft in tomorrow. Woo! And we're getting somewhere, people. I didn't get to make content because of memory card and battery mayhem today. But I wanted to give a quick update nonetheless, and I had a beautiful, full, exhausting day, so I'm grateful and I'm ready to go to bed. It's pretty funny how while I'm writing my capstone, like 1 second everything makes sense and I feel like crack the code and I have epiphanous moments, and then the next moment it's full of ambiguity and uncertainty and the unknown. It's a very humbling experience. Science. You never really get an answer, actually, it just comes from inception. Science is fueled by questions. Every experiment asks a question, and it usually ends in another question. There's data and information, but there's rarely real knowing, real certainty. I guess laws might be the closest to that, and those are even up for debate, continuously evolving. As quantum physics, I mean, I don't get it, but I'm pretty sure even the laws of physics are expanding as we speak, at least as we know them. So I just feel really honored and privileged to be a part of science, and I'm just excited that I have a trajectory. I have a path forward. I haven't felt this type of self-determined motivation in a long time. I feel very internally driven and guided. And I want to reflect because I'm also very excited to be documenting this process. As I started this is my first real hypothesis. I was just telling my friend Curtis. It's just surreal that I'm writing something that I would want to read, you know? That shit's crazy. I'm savoring it and inviting you to savor as well, whatever is fulfilling in that way for you. And if you don't know yet, it took me a minute. I was obsessed with school and then I kind of abandoned it for a while, so it took me about 8 years to get back, 9 years to get back at it, so take your time. I didn't know it was going to be my thing, even though I did know. I always said I wish I could be a student forever, but then I just didn't do it because I had all of these stigmas and schemas, these stereotypes about that life, so I thought I should live a different life. And in the end, I was right all along. And I don't regret any of it because I am so happy I didn't just keep going to school and do some conventional path, because that would have been so me if I would have got hooked on that. I'm glad that I felt confused and uncertain, because it led me to the craziest, most spontaneous, unpredictable lives that I've lived. And now I get to be a student again. And really I was a student the whole time, just not at a university. I'm a lifelong learner. And I'm on my way to becoming a doctor, which is so crazy. I would have never thought, like, even like the version of me at Penn undergrad would have never thought that I would have the courage to dream that big, to go for something like that. I would have just counted myself out, and here I am, taking my time toward a really big goal, even if it doesn't happen the way I plan it to happen, which it already hasn't. So I applied to get my PhD this coming year, actually, and they accepted me to their master's program instead, which I'm actually very excited about, because now I have an extra year to really decide if that's the route I want to take, which I'm pretty sure, but it's just nice to not have a full commitment immediately. And then also, now my options open up. Once I have 2 masters, I'm able to apply probably to more PhD programs and see where I want to choose to go. Because this time I was just applying to Penn, a great program, but it was in some senses a default, easy, obvious option. And next year I get to open my horizons and kind of mix this student identity with that identity of Chris Bell, who goes around the world and follows her intuition. So let's see where my studies take me next. I'm really excited, and I have to get writing, so. I completed 3 months of outpatient treatment before moving to Philadelphia to continue building my life worth living.
Like I said, my life is far from perfect. Last year, I actually went back to outpatient for a CPTSD relapse. I'm proud that I continue to prioritize decisions for my well-being, even when they're difficult. And that's practicing agency in the paradox that is life.